What's up guys, Escaped Alien here. I figured I would go ahead and throw my hat into the ring, showing off my Mothman collection. Although I'm actually not a huge Mothman collector, I have accumulated some nice Mothman pieces over time. So I saw Nick Strength and Pokemon started off, Metazoo Menace came in, showed off his collection, Cryptid Keeper, Funkle Slumpkin, and Frostbite Labs. And I saw that Catching Cryptids kind of coined the term Mothman Marathon. I really like that. So I figured, why not have EA join the race? Before we get into it, let's go ahead and switch to human hands. Now that's better. Alright, we'll start off. Two little Mothman pins here from the Pin Club collaboration. Actually really nice pins. So we'll just put these off to the side as decoration there. So I figured I'd kind of try to go for the less unique stuff, or least interesting to most interesting. So of course I'm sure everybody has a zillion of these. These are actually the CN2 blister promos. So I just got a handful of those I thought I'd show off first. Then we have something that I feel like is kind of forgotten by people, whether purposefully or non-purposefully. Why don't I spread these out so everybody can see as I go through. But these are from the PFP NFT situation. So when they were doing the second round of PFPs, you got these boxes and you could pull different PFPs in different holo patterns. So got a decent amount of Mothmen from them. And I figured I'd just show them off. I know a lot of people didn't like these arts, but I thought they were kind of cool. I'm glad they're in the collection. Nobody wanted the ones with blindfolds on their face. That was like the one you locked in the basement. Hid them from everyone. So on the PFPs, if you guys remember, they had different traits. So you kind of got the standard stock image, then you can have things like this, where you got the blindfold over the eyes, the top hat. That's a cool one. Really liked the holo patterns in a lot of these. And this is a nice one. Laser eyes with the crown. Another laser eyes there. Alright, that's going to be it for the PFP ones. So then, this is just going to be the same blister promo, but this time first edition. And if you notice, there is some coloration differences in the Mothman. The first edition one seems to be a little more purple, while the second edition one is a little more blue. So there's another one of those. Non-holo from the Pin Club collaboration. And then we have two holos from the Pin Club collaboration. So neither of these are really in a gradable condition, but very cool Mothman. Alright, kinda counts. Kuromi and Chibi Mothman. Then we have two reverse holo first edition Mothmen here. Neither of them are in gradable condition, otherwise they'd already be in slabs. So these are just part of the master set binders. Moving along, something I thought would be interesting to show. Mothman coins. I was kind of trying to think outside the box because I don't have a super insane Mothman collection. But this is the Kickstarter coin. So that would have come out of the Kickstarter blister. That's the CN1 blister coin. Oop, coming out. And then this is the CN2 blister coin. So you may be wondering, on these coins, how do you tell the difference? So first of all, one of the things I've noticed is on the Kickstarter coins, they tend to be almost a little bit more like bronze copper looking. That's going to be the CN1 coin right there. So you can tell on the right, there's kind of a darker hue to it. But the main way that you can tell the difference is if you flip the coins over, when you look at the copyright, the Kickstarter one is going to say 2020, while the CN1 is going to say 2021. So that's kind of your main way to tell the difference if you can't tell from the coins, because I don't think the coins necessarily had super consistent colors on the Kickstarter. And then on the CN2 coin, it's going to look very similar to the CN1 coin. The only difference is, maybe I screwed this up. Oh, there we go. So it's still going to have 2021 in the copyright, just like the CN1 does, but it does say second edition up here, so that should make it really easy on you. Alright, so there is all three variants of the blister coins. And then another cool one. So part of those PFP boxes that came out that had those cool PFP hollows, they also made the PFP coins. So you have the Mothman Gold Error coin there. And these are actually kind of hard to come across. I haven't seen a ton of them come to market. But this is going to be the Error coin. You can kind of notice in comparison to the non-Error, just the regular Gold Mothman coin. They kind of made this one look a little more like chipped up, fragmented on the artwork. So there's two of them there. And then you have the silver Mothman coin. And I want to say that's all the Mothman coins in Metazoo. Alright, next up, we got some slabs to go through. First slab is going just to be the second edition promo slab. So anytime I get these kind of like less valuable slabs, I got them for less than grading costs, and usually it's significantly less. Alright, then we have Mothman 2 Arms from WPT, a PSA 10. Very cool promo, looks really nice with the purple in the back. They did a good job with these. Then another Mothman 2 Arms, this time with the red hollow in the back from WPT. PSA 10 there. Then we have a Nightfall Mothman. Has to be one of the coolest artworks for a Mothman in my opinion. PSA 10 there. Glad to have that in the collection. Then just like that coin, this is going to be the Error Silver Mothman coin. So this one's serialized 130 out of 200. It's only a PSA 8. But I'm not trying to go for PSA 10s necessarily in the NFT coins, just trying to get all the slabs. But probably one you don't see as much popping up in people's collections, so I'm glad to have that. Then we have the Mothman Dim-Mak collaboration in PSA 10. So if I remember correctly, this might be an old Metazoo Menace slab. So maybe he can let me know in the comments if this is one of the ones I got from him. But I should probably have that marked. I always like knowing where slabs and cards come from, so very, very cool artwork on that though. So regardless of if it came from Metazoo Menace, shout out Metazoo Menace. Then we have a Power Up Purple, or excuse me, Power Up Red in first edition. So not exactly a Mothman card, but you have Mothman in the middle of it. Tiny little Mothman there. Kickstarter Chibi Mothman reverse. One of those really cheap slabs that I got. Not my favorite artwork, but it is a Mothman, so we're going to count it for this. Next up, a reverse hollow CN2 Mothman as a PSA 10. Kind of another weird one to have in a slab, but I probably got it really cheap. Then we have a CN1 Mothman PSA 10 in a slab. Can never go wrong with having these in the collection. And last but not least, wanted to show this off. So this is a full hollow CN1 Mothman that I recently picked up, and it actually has Kelsey Cicchino's signature on it with a little doodle in the corner. So I think out of all my Mothman, this has to be the favorite because the artist herself actually signed this card. I think that's super awesome. I love having signatures on cards. I think it gives a lot more appreciation to the artist. And this is just gonna be a very nice piece in my collection. So eventually I'll definitely get this slab to preserve it and to have that signature authentication on it. But definitely happy to add that to the collection. Oh, and I also almost missed these two. So I have Power Up Red, once again, this time a Kickstarter full hollow edition. Like I said before, a very dope card. Not a true Mothman card, but does have Mothman in it. And boom. Another Chelsea signed and doodled full hollow Mothman from Cryptid Nation First Edition. This one has a date of 2023. So I actually have 2 signed Chelsea Cicchino cards with a doodle on them. Can't believe I almost missed that one. So that's going to do it for EA's Mothman collection. Like I said, not a huge Mothman collector. I'm pretty casual grabbing moths. I think there's a lot of amazing cryptids out there that frankly I prefer to collect. So it's just fun when I can get a good deal on a Mothman. And let's face it, Mothman ended up kind of being the Charizard of Metazoo. Well, I'd like to see the Mothman marathon continue, so maybe I'll tag Cojito Aprendo, see what he has for his Mothman collection. And anyone else that wants to join in, I think it's super fun that everybody's been doing this. So I appreciate you guys checking out the EA Mothman collection. Let's see some more. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.